25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the BYU Cougars offense will go to work first. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. BYU lines up quickly.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Here's a heat. Pulls it in. It's Moffitt. Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Boston. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Purdue's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all his ability on that TV.
And he makes the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. BYU right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Spins away from the defense. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Wants to return it. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding.
There he goes. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense got it, they're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Purdue! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Moffitt. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The run from the shotgun. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. BYU lines up quickly. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these?
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he drops the throw. Got his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They're willing to gamble. Let's see if it pays off. 4th and short from the 42. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The give to the tailback. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And the Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Makes the grab. It's Baker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Baker. Turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The inside handoff. Fights off the defender. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The give to the left. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Buying some time. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and more. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the ground. He's got it again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Grabbed behind the line. It's Baker. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Hauls it in. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Runs through the tackle. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. He's piled up 97 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Hand off from the shotgun. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Powers through the defender. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Boilermakers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Boilermakers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Tries again to get it in. Just hammering with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After the incompletion, it's second and 10 from their own 25. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. BYU right back to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball? Mix breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I think we got a little bit sloppy on that route. You need more separation if you're going to give your quarterback a better target trying to complete that in throw.
Going to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really nice pickup on that one as they get into the 36. It'll be first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Wants to go up top. The sure hands. It's Baker. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Boilermakers have pushed it inside the 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the run. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The option look. Now the toss. Makes a man miss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Purdue! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He'll keep it himself. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And wings it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first.
Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Purdue! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
David, This guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They'll leave it with him. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He's got him. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Punt is on its way. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
It'll be 3rd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Yeah, and they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just... of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Wide receiver going in motion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare... This defense today against this guy. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Ready. Kill. 4 base pace.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he had just enough to will that one home. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the pressure. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.